You don't know the impact of these things, and what they know, I still not figured this out. People always wondered, how do you survive? In any season you go, you manage to stay there for 2-3 weeks and come back. Approximately about 3/4 of a liter it would take. You just drink that, that's the food. And you are so energized, means you don't need anything else for the whole day. We have forgotten that soil is the greatest and the most complex and sophisticated living system, not on just the planet, in the universe. It is not just on this planet, in this universe, in the known universe, we do not know anything like the topsoil of this planet. That's how complex and sophisticated it is. And it is fantastic partnerships between various species and how they function, and the whole chemistry of the planet is managed by them. But in many people call this as dirt. If that is dirt, you and me are dirt bags. Hello? Isn't it? So, unfortunately, we are treating living things as inanimate things. Even inanimate things need to be treated with respect, but unfortunately, living entities we are treating like this because somebody has put this idea in our head that every other creature is here only to serve the human beings. I have spent lots of time in the jungles of India. I have spent so much time observing all the different creatures, not just the big ones, the small ones, because the crickets, the grasshoppers, the ants, termites, you better know who they are because I've been in the jungles, I've had close encounters with tigers, I have very close encounters with elephants, and the Indian wild buffalo is terror, but I've been very close around them. After all that, when you come out of the jungle after 2-3 weeks, the only thing you really remember is the insects. Really. You don't know the impact of these things, and what they know, I still not figured this out. They'll be going they'll be going exactly at… especially in the rainforest in the south, exactly at 2:30 in the morning, chuck, they'll stop. Within 30 seconds, another group starts off. They'll go on for hours. Every day, I'm just looking at the watch, exactly at 2:30 in the morning. What are they doing? They know something that you and me have not figured out, all right? I'm saying without a clock, without anything, they know time to the second. How? But they know. As the birds know how to, they got their own GPS, insects got their own time clock. And exactly they know, and if you just observe them, today is going to rain. I am there in the jungle without any equipment, except what I'm wearing, there's nothing else. So, rain is an important part because if it starts raining in these southern Indian jungles, it can rain for 3 days non-stop, okay? So you better find a place where your bones will get wet, it's like that. So if you just observe the insects, they are all preparing for the rain, nothing, no cloud in the sky. But I learn to trust them. If I watch them, I know that it's going to rain means it's going to rain. When they say it, it's true. Meteorologists, the only two professions in the world where you can be wrong 50% of the time is either you're a weatherman or you're an astrologer. I heard that you guys are all soaked in honey. Let me tell you my honey story. Can I tell them a honey story?
Yes, please. Look, I'm just like them. I'm listening. I'm enjoying myself. Please, do go.
So when I was getting lost in the jungles of India, the only food that sustained me largely was honey. I ate other things that I don't want to talk to you about, but largely honey. People always wondered, how do you survive? In any season you go, you manage to stay there for 2-3 weeks and come back, how do you do it? Simple, my trick was, normally we were riding a Czech Republic motorcycle at that time, okay? These days everything is sensitive, you can't say anything as it was.
You can say Thomas here.
So, we were riding a Java or a SD, so it has a petrol tube. Normally you need 7–8 inches of petrol tube, but I always put extra, about 15–16 inches of petrol tube, because it gets hard, you can keep cutting it and putting it on. The rubber gets hard. And this is also for my honey, so when I park the motorcycle in the forest and cover it up with all branches and stuff, I pull off the petrol tube and put it in my pocket and go. So I climb up the tree and the hill, I don't know what kind of honeybees you have here, I have no experience of this. There we have what is called as black bees. They are this big, about 1.5 inches long, and honey is fantastic in the Western Ghats because the variety of vegetation there is probably like no other in the world. The number of species of plants there is like nothing else in the world. So, I go there and these huge hives, they built it on that kind of branch where the sloth bears cannot get. A sloth bear weighs approximately 70 to 85 kilograms. So, the bees are so smart, they will build it in a place where the bear cannot get to it. Just on that kind of branch, where the bear will not be able to go because the branch will bend. So I'm just around little over 70 kilograms. So I crawl up that, go close to it, stick my pipe into the hive and drink it up. I drink up about 3/4 of a liter of honey, and for the day I'm settled, So I just lived on honey for many weeks, and there are tribes called honey shepherds in India, they're called Jenukuruvas. So I went and lived with them, and they just live on honey. Every day, from morning to evening, just their bamboo glasses about this tall, approximately about 3/4 of a liter it would take, you just drink that, that's the food. And you are so energized, means you don't need anything else for the whole day. You're climbing trees, you're doing all kinds of crazy things, but it takes care of you, 1 liter of honey. So I'm just telling you because I heard beekeeping is a big deal here. That's probably one of the smartest things that you've done in your country. It will pay. It will pay in future. Not just with honey, it'll pay in many ways.